and it will tell you a slightly different story to the huge positivity that exists in that article from Khaleej Times. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Lyons. I'm the Managing Director of Espace Real Estate. And today, I would like to give you some market insights from the sharp end of Dubai's real estate market. The Dubai real estate market has been incredibly active during Q1 this year. And when we compare it to Q1 last year, 2021, we can see a huge increase in the number of transactions that have taken place in Dubai. Now, I've got here an article from Khaleej Times. The heading says, Dubai real estate continues to soar in Q1 as government policies boost investor confidence. In that article, it says Dubai's total transaction volume reached 19,000 during the January to March period, highest ever recorded in the first quarter of the year. It goes on to say the CBR report said total transaction volumes recorded 115% increase for off-plan and 53% increase for the secondary market. Now, that's incredibly positive, and not that I want to debunk the positivity that exists within this article, but I do want to talk in a more granular way about the Dubai real estate market, because I think it's important to take this article and try and work out how to apply it to the communities that many of us live in. And what I've done is I've looked at 10 very well-known communities, and I've considered these communities as a bit of a bellwether of what's going on in the real estate market. And it will tell you a slightly different story to the huge positivity that exists in that article from Khaleej Times. And what it will show you is that in the Springs, for example, there's 96 properties sold in Q1 this year, exactly 96 sold in Q1 last year. So there's been no change, no increase, no decrease. If you look at a community like the Lakes in Emirates Living, there's a 34% increase. So there's many more properties sold there this year compared to last year. However, if you go to the Meadows, also in Emirates Living, where prices have risen dramatically, you can see a 29% decrease. So actually there's less transactions in that community. Jumeirah Park, down 1%. Jumeirah Islands up 8%. You've got Arabian Ranches falling by 3%. Palm Jumeirah Villas, very interesting market to consider. On the one hand, you've had the record-breaking highest ever transaction that has ever taken place in Dubai at 280 million dirhams. But on the other hand, you've seen transaction volume fall by 29% for the villas specifically, down 29% compared to last year. Downtown is up a huge 50%. Dubai Marina down 2%. Palm Jumeirah Apartments up marginally just by 0.5%. So basically it's the same as last year. When you take the total of the 10 communities combined, you see 8% more properties transferring Q1 this year compared to Q1 last year. So yes, there is growth. Some communities are up, some communities are down. Overall growth of 8% in those 10 communities, but it's not quite as dramatic as what we read in the Khaleej Times article. Now, why I think it's important, I'm not trying to talk the market down, but what I do think is important is that we consider the fact that a stable market is a sustainable market. I also think it's worth noting that those two communities where we've seen transaction volume fall, both by 29%, Palm Jumeirah Villas and the Meadows, both of those communities could be considered as epicenters of location. They're prime location. And you've seen prices rise dramatically in both of those communities. So to see that transaction volume falls is entirely natural. Obviously, what's happening is buyers are going further afield now to look for greater value in other communities because the valuation gap between the prime locations and the slightly more secondary locations has widened, and it's allowing people now, that ripple effect is taking place and buyers are moving further afield to try and find the right property within their budget. The mortgage market is very active at the moment, and we've experienced a large increase in the number of our clients requesting a mortgage review. We've been delighted to save many clients money on their monthly installments by refinancing them into a new mortgage product. But not only that, it's been great to increase the financial stability of these clients by hedging them against any future rate increases by refixing them on 3 or 5 year new mortgage products. There are obviously many factors at play when trying to determine what is the best mortgage product, but one of the most aggressively priced mortgage products available today is a 3-year fixed mortgage at 2.49%. I hope you found it useful that I broke the Dubai real estate market down to community-specific levels. The reason I did this is because I think it is useful to look beneath the dramatic headlines that can sometimes paint a picture of irrational exuberance. But as you can see from the 10 communities highlighted in this video, it actually looks rational and stable. I like to highlight this because in my view, a stable market is a sustainable market.